Hi, y'all. Well, I'm back again after disappearing for 3 fucking months. A lot of people, or if anybody sees this video, if you are a regular viewer or if you've seen my videos before, you may be wondering, where the fuck am I at right now? Well, I am not back home at the moment. I'm on my laptop recording, and I'm on my phone recording audio because I really need to get some shit off my chest. Now, you may be wondering, what could you possibly be getting off your chest? What's going on? What happened? Where have you been? First of all, let me slow shit down. I've been busy, really busy doing a lot of different shit, college, whatnot. Boom, done. Already figured that out. Second of all, what I want to get off my chest today is about my favorite NBA team. I love these guys so much. I love this team. I love this franchise. I love everything about this franchise, and so on and so forth, whatever. And yes, I know I'm wearing a Dodgers hat. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. Cry about it. The first thing I want to go over is, what the fuck are the Denver Nuggets doing? That's today's topic. Literally, like, there's nothing else. I'm not dancing around a topic or nothing. I'm just gonna get straight to the point. What the fuck are we doing? I can't understand what the plan is. We have two fucking GMs. And it seems like both of them are clacking their heads together trying to figure out what the fuck to do. It's like cavemen trying to discover fire for the first time. It's just not working. They're trying to spark something up and it's just not sparking. You're playing with moist fucking rocks. It's not working, man. So now that that's out of the way and we got the topic out of the way, I'm going to slowly inch into why and how the fuck the Denver Nuggets are screwing up this bad. The first thing that I really want to talk about is the Peyton Watson situation. It's not really a situation, it's more of just like, what are the Denver Nuggets trying to do? Like, what is their plan? Now, a lot of reports are saying that Peyton Watson is expected to be getting a sign and trade. He's expected to get a fat contract from the Denver Nuggets, but then obviously we're going to trade him for value. To who? I don't know. And I hope it's not a West team, because if it's a West team, obviously that's not great, because Peyton Watson is a great player. He is a fantastic player who can develop even better, because when the Nuggets drafted him, he was more of a developmental piece that wasn't expecting to start right away or play a lot of minutes right away. Just kind of ease him into the rotation and then see where he goes. Well, they did that. The problem is when he blew up was his contract year, which was last season. And he got a lot of starting time because Aaron Gordon was out, and he got a lot of playing time when Cameron Johnson was out as well. And he showed that he can be a starting player. Like, he can be a starting piece on a team, contending team, or even a dog shit team, and still maybe average like 18, 3 and 2 a game. Who knows? He is a solid piece for a team that would really need a stretched 4. Now, with the Peyton Watson situation, he is trying to possibly get anywhere from $20 million a year to $25 million a year. And as we all know, the Denver Nuggets do not have either. They don't have $20 million a year. They don't have 25 M's a year. They don't have any of that. Like, that whole situation that's going on with Peyton sucks, because, like I said, I'm a Denver Nuggets fan. I've been following this team since I was a teenager. I'm 22 years old now. This team has been my everything. I love this team so much. All types of shit, whatever. W fucking Glaze, I don't care, whatever. Yeah. But my point is that this team I've seen grow until we won a championship. Then we won the championship, and then we slowly just regressed. And then the second apron thing happened, and now we're really fucked, because now the Denver Nuggets are in a situation like this, where we can't re-sign a player that we drafted, which is Peyton Watson, who we are looking to develop and have play more and be a vital piece for a championship team. But now the possibility of him coming back is 0 to none because of the second apron rule. But now that we've gotten that out the way, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Like I said before, Peyton Watson is expected to get into a sign and trade, which sucks. I hope they can get some value from him, maybe a player or something. I highly doubt it. We're probably just going to get picks, which we really don't need. But maybe we can use those picks to furthermore get a trade with a bigger player or something just a little bit better for us. The second thing I want to cover is the Spencer Jones thing. I'm pretty happy that we got Spencer Jones back. I actually like Spencer Jones a lot. Um, the one thing I would say is consistency might be an issue with him just based off of last season. But honestly, with how well he played last year, even in like weird minutes, he didn't do all that bad. He's a 3-and-D kind of guy. He's a guy that loves to hustle. I mean, I don't know how many times I've seen him die for a loose ball or just hustle, like I said before. He's a hustle player, which I fucking love, and I absolutely appreciate that so much. And that shit goes a long ways. And it actually went a long ways. He went from a guy that was undrafted pretty much and never even played a lot of minutes and came from Stanford, and now he's here in the NBA just carving out a role with the Denver Nuggets. The OKC Thunder tried to snatch him up. The Denver Nuggets said, fuck no. If we have enough money for Spencer Jones, we're going to retain him. And that's exactly what they did. So I am pretty happy about that. I actually like Spencer Jones a lot. I've been pretty high on him ever since we got him in undrafted free agency. So getting a guy like that back on the team, I think is really solid for us. I would say that's the one move that I am proud of that we did. But this next part, I'm not so happy about. So the third topic that I want to talk about that relates to this whole video is the depth. I don't trust the Denver Nuggets depth. And let me give you the reason why. So obviously we have Jamal Murray, we have Christian Brown, we have Cam Johnson, we have Aaron Gordon, we have Jokic. That's our five. It's not a bad starting five at all. I mean, Christian Brown is the only one that worries me a lot. And, you know, relating to the Payne Watson contract situation, Christian Brown's contract completely fucks us in the long run, 100%. And it's no diss on Christian Brown because he's an NBA player, obviously. He's carved out this role for a reason. He's not ass. It's just he's not consistent, which fucking sucks. That's the only part that sucks a lot, is he's just not consistent enough to be worth $25 million a year, which is what he's currently at right now. His contract that we signed him to was a 5-year, $125 million extension. Is he playing up to par for a $25 million contract? Not at the moment currently. He just hit his first year in the $25 million contract, and it was not a good year to start. It was bad. And Payne Watson actually outplayed him last year, even in starting minutes. So that actually quite, worries me, and a lot of other fans as well that are a part of this Denver Nugget fan base, that Christian Brown is, a no-go, for right now at least. But anyways, back on topic. I'm tired of fucking babbling about that situation. The starting five is not bad at all. I have no problem with the starting five. If Christian Brown can find consistency, there's no problem with that. If Cam Johnson could just play a little bit better than he did last year, there's no problem with that. The problem that I have is the bench. The bench worries me a fuckload. We re-signed Tyus Jones, and Tyus is not a bad player to re-sign. He's a backup veteran point guard that can ball handle and everything. The last time he actually played really good was when he was on the Grizzlies as the backup point guard, and then he became a starting point guard for the team when John Moran was out a lot. He was getting some triple doubles. He was assisting a lot. He's not a bad mid-range scorer. He can shoot the three ball, not great, but well enough, So to have him on a vet minimum to come back is actually really good. I actually like Tyus. It's just he's not where we need to be in terms of depth. So that kind of worries me just a little bit. And then obviously, as we all know, if you're a Denver Nuggets fan, you've been keeping up, we got Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley is not bad. He actually played pretty decent for the Mavericks last year. Wasn't great, but he wasn't bad neither. Obviously, another veteran kind of guy. Can I say he's a veteran? Yeah, he's a veteran. I would say Marvin Bagley's a veteran by now. I think he's been in the league for about 7 years. So he's not a bad piece to have on the team. He's not really that undersized. He's not like 6'8" or some crazy shit like that. So we have a decent center back there now that's going to be playing for us. Do I think he's going to be good enough to help us even more than where we're at now? Probably not, which kind of fucking sucks. The other thing that hurt me a little bit, just a little bit, was us not getting Jalen Pickett back. A lot of people that I talked to about this kind of questioned me about it. Like, why are you so confused about that? I would just say because I feel like Jalen Pickett's actually not bad. I mean, a lot of people may disagree, and I think a lot of people actually agree with me in a certain kind of way, because I feel like Jalen Pickett isn't bad. I mean, like, even when he played like a little bit last year, yeah, he had some games where he wasn't like shooting 20 points and whatever and doing a whole lot. But he had his first career triple-double last year, and he was shooting the three ball pretty fucking well. I mean, he's a bigger, smaller point guard. Like, I'm talking about, like, you know, he's stocky, and he's like 6'1", 6'2", and he's not a bad point guard. He's quick as fuck. He's got the IQ for the game. I mean, I don't know why they didn't retain him. Maybe he was looking for like a bigger contract, but I actually think it was a team option. It was a team option to keep him, and they declined it. So I didn't understand that. I honestly didn't understand that. Obviously, it might have been just a money situation. It was probably better just to get Tyus Jones and get rid of Jalen, but Jalen knows the system. So I don't know, that kind of confused me just a little bit. Now, the one thing I do want to talk about is the Alpha Diallo situation, us getting him from overseas. I don't mind that signing at all. A lot of people were kind of upset about it because getting an overseas guy is not always the best ideal option for a team like this, because obviously he doesn't know the system and he hasn't played in the NBA at all. He's only played EuroLeague. But the dude is a defensive player of the year. He just won it this past season, and I think he's also a EuroLeague champion. So getting him, he played college at Providence, so he's played NCAA ball before. The problem with Alpha that I would say is he's unproven, obviously. We'll get to see most of him, most of his playing time in preseason, and then if he plays really well, I wouldn't be surprised if he plays for us some decent minutes. But in terms of knowing what he will bring to the team, I don't know what he will bring to the team. I'll show some highlights here. You know, just so if you're a Denver Nuggets fan just like me, or if you just want to know what kind of game he brings, I'll show some stats as well. Right here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not too familiar with his game, and that's not a diss on him because he's probably an amazing player. But getting him is going to be interesting because it's like another Facundo Campazzo situation, kind of similar, because Facundo, when we got him, was from Argentina, and he played EuroLeague ball for a long ass time. The only problem with Facu was he was 5'10", and he was a point guard, and it just didn't work like how he wanted it to. He's a good defender against other smaller point guards, but not guys that are now 6'5" and 6'6" and 6'4" point guards. He was just a fast guy. But Alpha is a different kind of player because he can play the forward. He can play power forward, small forward, or maybe he can play shooting guard depending on what his three ball looks like. But the Alpha situation is not a bad situation. I'm kind of excited to see a new guy from the EuroLeague come over and play some ball, because it doesn't happen that often. So I am pretty interested to see what he does, and I'm super excited about that, because like I said before, it's fun to see a new guy come in, and especially a defensive player of the year. We kind of did the same with Davon Reed a few years ago, and then he locked up LeBron James. So, but he didn't come. I don't think he came from EuroLeague. I think he just came from like the G League and stuff like that, and just worked his way up. So, so yeah, I'm not too upset about that signing. The one guy I wish we could get is GP2 though. I mess with you, GP2. Mess with you, bro, for sure. Now, the two things that I am happy about for this Denver Nuggets team with depth is that we got Trayvon, I think that's how you say his name. I'm probably going to fuck that name up. Trayvon Brazil. He's not bad. I'm actually pretty happy about him. I saw him play in the Summer League game. I don't remember what team we played. It was the Trailblazers. We played against the Trailblazers, and he was doing his thing. I'm actually pretty happy about that. I was pretty high on him in the draft, and I'm kind of glad that the Denver Nuggets got him and that he fell to the Denver Nuggets. I'm also super fucking ecstatic about Bryce Hopkins. That made me so fucking happy. I literally could not explain myself in words that, like, I was so happy to get him because Bryce can shoot, and not only can he shoot, but he's athletic as fuck. I mean, he's really athletic. I can't stress enough. And so is Trayvon. Like, don't get it twisted. Trayvon's also very fucking athletic. But Bryce, to fall down the way he fell, was actually fucking perfect for us because the dude can shoot the fucking ball and he's very athletic, just like Brazil. Now, there's three guys that I am actually worried about this season. The first to start off with is Julian Strawther. Julian Strawther, me and him are from the same place. Obviously, I don't know the guy. But Julian, I'm so scared for him because he's in this weird predicament where like he reminds me of Bones Highland. If I'm being honest, and all my Denver Nuggets fans, you guys all know, Bones was so like, he had so much potential for us, and it just didn't work out. I don't know why, but I see Julian in the same role, but Bones had a better role for the team than Julian did. But Julian kind of strikes me as a resemblance of Bones because Bones was put in this situation where, okay, you're on a contending team. Go compete. And it's like, okay, that's a little hard. We're going to have to wait a little bit. Bones got to play. Julian did not get to play his rookie season that much. He did play, but he didn't play as much as Bones did. Julian is now in this predicament where I think this is his third year going in, and he has pretty much no experience of like starting or even playing big minutes off the bench. And Julian can be a lights out shooter when he catches fire, but he's not a good defender. And that's what worries me most about Julian with our team as well, because Julian doesn't strike me as a guy that's going to be able to give us 10 or 8 off the bench. He's at most a guy that'll give off like 5 points per game off the bench, and maybe even like a solid like 6 points per game off the bench. Maybe hit like 1 3 and like a free throw or something. But other than that, he worries the fuck out of me because I actually like Julian. Julian has game. He's not in the NBA for no reason. He's got game. He's got a fucking 3-ball. And he's got a nice little layup package and everything. Julian just needs to find that defender role as well, and if he does, I think he'll be green. The second guy that worries me the most is DaRon Holmes. What are the Denver Nuggets going to do with DaRon Holmes? I have no idea. Now, the reason why I say this is because DaRon is also in a very sticky situation. First year, he tore his Achilles in the Summer League. Fucking sucked. That was a horrible situation. Then last year, he just didn't even play at all. Like, did not even play. He was mostly in the G League just hooping and whatnot. Now this year, who knows? Now it seems like he's getting thrown into the fire where it's like, okay, now you have to play. You don't have a choice. Like, you're just going to play. We could have played you in your second year a little bit more, but we decided not to. What the fuck? Why? Why did you do that to him? It blows my mind a little bit. DaRon got put in a really fucky situation here. And now he's in this predicament where he's now fighting to get a role on this team. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets traded. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Now, the third guy that I do want to talk about is a guy that has been on this roster for God knows how long, and I don't know how. No disrespect, not being a dickhead, but he's like the Anthony Gill of our team. If you know who Anthony Gill is, he's been on the Wizards for like 8 years, 7 years. And he hasn't even averaged more than 10 points per game on the fucking team. He's just there to be there for some reason. Maybe, I don't know, the leadership or some shit. Shout out to Anthony Gill. Get your fucking bag, bro. But Zeke Nnaji for the Denver Nuggets, he worries me. Because he's been in trade talks for like 3 years in a row now. Or maybe even longer than that, like 4 years in a row. And the Nuggets just can't find anywhere to trade him to. And that's fucked up. It's really bad. Because Zeke, I fucking like Zeke. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about him, but I actually really do like Zeke Nnaji. He's a hard fucking rebounder. Like, he will go in the paint and just grab the rebound. He's a fucking big-ass, strong power forward / center dude. And he'll go in and he'll hustle and whatever. He can shoot the three just a little bit. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he's an average three-point shooter as a center who's, I think, around like 6'9", 240, 230. He's a big fucking dude. I like Zeke Nnaji. The problem is he can't find his role in the team. Don't know why. He's been with the Denver Nuggets. He should know the system by now, obviously. Obviously he does. He's been on the team for that long not for no reason. But to not be able to carve out a role after being on the team for that long is troublesome. He got drafted in the same year we drafted RJ Hampton. Think about that. RJ Hampton has been in the league for 2 years. And Zeke Nnaji is still here fighting. That's consistency, like in practice or something, because he doesn't do it in game. He's not consistent enough in games, and that's, like I said before, that's no diss on Zeke. It's just he's there when we really need him. Like, if we have nobody else, Zeke is there to help. But other than that, Zeke is not the guy that we're gonna be sitting there like, yes, we have Zeke Nnaji. Hey, Kevin Durant, we don't need you, brother. We got Zeke Naj. Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a fucking dickhead. I'm sorry, but I actually like Zeke. Zeke has been the OG of this team, even besides Jamal Murray, Jokic, and shit like that. But Zeke has been on this team, fighting his ass off to stay on this team. Yes, there were talks once upon a time about him going to the Thunder and whatnot, but it just didn't go nowhere. And he's on an $8 million a year contract. I think this is his final year, I believe, or next year will be his final year. He's making $8 million a year, and his contract stinks for the kind of player that he is. He's more of like a minimum contract kind of player. And like I said before, it's no diss on him. He's in the NBA for a reason. It's just he doesn't fit our system, what we need. We need three-point shooting. We just lost Tim Hardaway. Bruce Brown isn't getting re-signed, which hurts because I was stoked about him. We need shooting and we need some bench defense. That's all we need. And to have a team that we have now worries me. So with that, I think I'm going to end this video here. I really just wanted to go on a deep dive and talk about the Denver Nuggets because I don't really talk about sports with anybody else. Nobody understands basketball like how I like to talk about it, which is like how every other basketball major fan likes to talk about basketball. And I always come to this channel when I really want to talk about sports, because I find it interesting and fun. And I know like I may not be getting a lot of views on these videos and whatever. That's, for me, it's not the point. For me, it's more just like whenever I have free time, I find it fun to sit here and talk about sports and post it somewhere and feel like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing something and like I'm creating something fun, and it gives me something to do. So yeah. So like I said before, that'll probably be the end of this video. If you have watched this video or whatever, you watched one of my other videos and now you're here, or you've been watching my videos and you just came here to support, I just want to say I appreciate you so much. My last remarks for this Denver Nuggets team is figure something out, man. Get some depth on that bench, because the starting team is not what I'm worried about. We can get consistency eventually out of Christian Brown. We can get consistency out of Cam Johnson. I'm not worried about Jamal, Jokic, or Aaron Gordon. I'm not worried about those guys. Aaron Gordon worries me a little bit in terms of injury, but not consistency. The bench worries me the most. And I think every other Denver Nuggets fan can agree with me on that 110%. So like I said before, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment whatever your thoughts are on this Denver Nuggets team. Please like the video and also subscribe, man. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully I'll see y'all soon. I love y'all.